Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal All Out. And I can confirm that we are live this time because obviously last week, if you know, you know, for some reason Talk Studio wasn't working. So it feels nice to be back this time on the trusty Talk Studio. But yeah, guys, we are, of course, going to be joined by the likes of Dom and Josh. And, well, AT was here until he dipped. But yeah, at the moment, I've had to wait like half an hour for the panelists to arrive. So yeah, that is the reason behind the delay. Unfortunately, again, I don't know where AT has gone. I just want to say big up to Michael, by the way, for the raid. Appreciate it, my bro. But yeah, we're joined with Seb at the moment. Again, I said I don't know where AT's gone. Sure, he'll come back. But Seb, how you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah. How are you feeling about Arsenal at the moment? I mean, obviously, Sunday with Man City, should I say? Kind of a sucker punch, if I'm being honest. But
Absolutely.
Unless Arsenal do their job, it doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, of course, we are going to cover the Sunderland game as well as the Brentford game this week because it turns out it's going to be a massive game. That we got to win because it could be 3 points or maybe 3 points, in fact, come Thursday. So we got to win that game, obviously. But how are you feeling about Arsenal right now, bro? Before the rest of the guys get here, just to pass some time.
Well, so far not bad. I can't complain. The way we've responded from that Man United defeat has been very good. Obviously, we've won 4 in a row in all competitions, which is what we've needed to do. I know last week I wasn't very enthusiastic after beating Leeds, but after beating Chelsea to get to Wembley and beating Sunderland, I am more enthusiastic this week. Until yesterday. And I think that was a hammer blow because what it just goes to show you now is that Man City are not going to give us the title. We are going to have to earn it. That's how it is. And they're not prepared to stop it and give up. But fair play to the team so far. Beat Chelsea to get to Wembley, beat Leeds comfortably, and in the end beat Sunderland comfortably. And I was at the Sunderland game, and it was a very mature performance. So obviously, it was very tense until we got the goal. But when we got the goal, the game really opened up, and we were loose. And then Sunderland had to come out, and it made life better for us. And big up to Victor Gyokeres for another 2 goals. And he's actually really starting to come into form now, which is going to be very important for our title charts. Isn't that 6 in 8 now? Isn't that 6 in 8? I think from what I saw is 6 and 8. I did a piece on this today, and I did see that he's got 6 goals on his 8 from 8 games, which is actually very good. And like I've said, this is going to be important for our title chart. He needs to be banging in those goals, and hopefully now he can really kick on because these next 3 games in the league are tough away games, and we have to win every single one of those, starting with Brentford on Thursday, and then Wolves next Wednesday, and then it's the North London derby, which of course you always have to beat them, especially now because they're absolutely awful. But yeah, 1 game at a time now. And it is likely that we're going to go into that Brentford game only 3 points behind because City play Fulham on Wednesday. So, yeah, we just got to do our job, like you said. But I have been saying on this podcast, the City run of form is coming. And I do actually think it's started now. I do, because those kind of results that they got away at Anfield, which I don't think many expected would happen, are results that can really kick you on and really gather momentum. And it was a dramatic game, a mad game in general, but they got the job done, which is what they have to do, especially at a ground that they've not won at since 2003. So the did what they had to do, but at the same time, we did what we had to do. The team looked solid, and I've got a few stats that I'd like to share before, well, because I did my piece today, and which I'm going to hopefully hand in. And the Gabriel and Saliba partnership, again, another clean sheet, and a clean sheet against Chelsea as well, and a clean sheet against Leeds. And do you actually know it's the second best defensive centre-back duo in the Premier League since 2000? Because it's recorded 49 clean sheets together. Only Ferdinand and Vidic for Man United have recorded more. So that's a very good stat. David Raya is on course to get the golden boots. Now that he has 13 in his league. He's matched his tally from last year, which is good. Ruben Mendy now also banging in goals. He's got 5 in the league this term, which is very good.
That's more than Saka, isn't it?
Yeah,
in the Premier League,
possibly. Yeah, obviously, we were without the injured Saka and Odegaard for the game, so it's good that the other players stepped up, because we're going to need everyone on board if we are going to win this title. The whole team needs to do their job, and so far they are doing their job. But we have to keep it going. 13 games is still a long time in football, and especially when it's City behind you, they'll feel 6 points. They can easily overturn that, because that only takes a couple of games for it to all catch up. So we really, really have to remain focused. And of course, I am still incredibly sceptical on Man City, and which is what I was trying to tell everyone last week. But everyone all laughed at me and all wanted to row with me and all this. Everyone did. But the thing is, I say these things for a good reason, because I'm desperate, just like most other Arsenal fans, for Arsenal to win. I'm desperate. And whenever you're in a title race with them, you always have to be cautious, especially if it's 6 points or less behind. It's not enough. And it does still annoy me, those missed opportunities against Liverpool, Forest and United, when we really could have put this title to bed. And it really does. We really could rule these missed opportunities. Obviously, I hope it doesn't, but this is what I'm trying to keep saying. And I still have concerns over this manager. But if he gets us over the line, then fair play. And now what I'm expecting is a Premier League title and a Carabao Cup. Those two are must-wins now. Champions League and FA Cup, there's still a long way to go, so we just have to take that into account and see where that leads us, and see who we get in the draws in the next round. But Premier League and Carabao Cup is an absolute must. But obviously the cup final isn't until the 22nd of March, so now we have to fully focus on these league. Keep getting these wins. The team needs to keep doing their job. Then we'll be fine. But these last few games, very, very good. I can't complain. Clean sheets, goals, which is what we wanted to see. So keep going, Arsenal. Come on, please do this.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. I think you've summed it up perfectly there. AT, bro, well, what happened earlier there?
I just went nuts. Like, he just turned to Gyokeres' former form before he started scoring goals. You know?
Oh my days.
But eventually, when I came back, I said that the goals had already come before me. So, bro.
Yeah. Seeing as you were here before, young Sheldon down there, we'll go to you next. AT, what did you make of the Sunderland game at the weekend? And you can give a quick sum up for the Man City game as well at the weekend, because that was a sucker punch, it felt like. We went from 9 points to then back to 6 points in the last minute. I think, even a draw for Man City and Liverpool, I think that would have been doable. I think unless City didn't win, like whatever the outcome would have been, whether that be a draw or a Liverpool win, I think the title could have been wrapped up. But what did you make of, the Sunderland game in general, bro?
Okay, so I was happy with the lineup, because this was a team that was going to play a low block, that had its own low block. They played with 5 at the back. So that was the kind of game that was better suited for Gabriel Jesus. But when I didn't see Odegaard on the bench against Chelsea, and Ateta said he had a niggle, I was like, okay, maybe Eze will be the one to start against Sunderland. But when I saw Kai Havertz there, like, okay, not bad. So what I liked about the squad was that they did a lot of rotation. I remember we had a video about squad rotation, and you saw how everything kind of panned out the way we wanted it to do here. But going into the game, yes, we almost conceded from Broby when Havertz made that good block. But I was not really happy with Gabriel Jesus. He didn't impact the game as much as I loved him to. With the way we were playing, the only way we were going to score was either a set piece or a shot from outside the box. Because the usual tiki-taka pass to the side that we do was not going to work for Sunderland. Those guys were like ready to defend to their dying breath, right? So when Mendy scored that goal, I was very relieved because now I knew that the game was going to open up a bit. And it was good to see Gyokeres coming from the bench and score a brace. That second goal was kind of very scary because the way Ronaldo launched at him to try and block the ball, he actually injured Gyokeres. Look at the replays and all that. I was very happy with the results. 3 goals, a clean sheet, which was very important as well. And that put us 9 points ahead of Man City because basically this entire Premier League campaign has been we play, or we play, they play, and the pressure always goes to the team that is going to play next, right? So going into the game with 9 points ahead, I was very happy. I went to the pub to enjoy the Man City game. Unfortunately, man, Liverpool were just terrible. They had so many good chances to kill off that game. Like the Ekitike, Florian first chance, like so many good chances. They're supposed to score that mad free kick. And I was already thinking of all the narratives in my head, how we went to visit them and he also scored the free kick like that. Then they scored the late goal. Okay, all well and good. We can still take a draw. The draw wasn't bad. Then Alisson just decided to become so stupid. I don't understand for the life of me why he went to go and tackle Nunez like that. Nunez was not even going to get anywhere close to the goal. Even had the defenders to help him. And of course, Haaland had to score the penalty. And there was the drama towards the end, supposed to red card and whatnot. But I was very disappointed because Man City's record at Anfield is very poor. So I was hoping that at the very least, they'll get a draw. So when Liverpool scored first, I was so happy that, okay, the worst case scenario was going to be a draw. Because even when Man City kind of look for the equalizer, they got it quite late. So I don't understand how we got to the point where they managed to get all 3 points. And now there's going to be some pressure because when they play Fulham on Wednesday, I think, they will now be 3 points behind us, which means that we'll now have all the pressure in the world to play against the Brentford side that have won Aston Villa and has won Newcastle, so they'll be in good spirits as well. But all in all, I guess if you have to just do everything yourself, hoping for other things to do the job for you is not going to work. 6 points is still a good distance to have. As long as you can go to the Etihad in April and get a draw, then I'm good.
Yeah, well said. Josh, late again, as per usual. But yeah, how's it going, bro? You good?
I'm good, man. Yeah, sorry for that lateness. How's everyone, man? Seb, AT, how you guys? Thanks.
Yeah, not bad. Thanks for asking. You right?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yesterday was a hammer blow, though. I really do think it was.
Yeah, it was disappointing, man. Really disappointing because 15 minutes ago, you're thinking Liverpool got this in the bag, 9 points clear. I don't know if you saw what Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland said after the game. They was asked, if you lost that, do you think the title was done? And they both said yes, it was going to be done for them. So that and you saw the way how they celebrated, man, when they got that second goal. That was massive, absolutely massive for them. So, yeah. What are we doing? Talk about Sunderland or City?
Yeah, Sunderland. I mean, did you go? You went to the game, right?
Yeah. Doing my other thing, which you all know
go
about.
to the game, Josh.
Yeah, but not as a fan as I can't say on here, but I'll see you guys backstage. But yeah,
okay,
I got to see the whole game. Very, very happy with the result. Very happy with the performance against a very good Sunderland side. I think they made it really frustrating for us in the first. Until we got the goal, really. They set up really well, and they actually had a go at times as well. So I mean, they've had a great season. I know there's missing Granit Xhaka, and he's been a key for them. But honestly, like they proved that they are a very good side anyway, and they gave us a really good game. I thought, even though we beat them 3-0. And it was credit to us in the end because we got that opening goal. Zubi with another goal, by the way. Edge of the box as well. Great finish from him. And then Gyokeres happened, man. I'll put the shirt in the background now. 13th goal.
Oh, yeah. Even the Tierney that was there, right?
Hey.
Oh, okay.
There's no way.
Still there. I'm not dissing Tierney, mate. He's staying there forever, mate. Proper left back. But yeah, Gyokeres, this 13th goal, man, in all competitions now. And I think I said it last podcast. I've been saying it for a while now. This guy's going to end the season with 20 goals, 18 to 20 goals in all competitions. We've got a lot of football to play. Still got Premier League games, got FA Cup games, Champions League games as well, which I think the Champions League really suits the guy. And he's on 30 now, and that ain't bad for someone who apparently, you see all the hate that this guy gets, and it ain't bad for someone who's trying to adapt to his system, and it's the amount of hate this guy has got is unbelievable, right? Every single game, even for some of our fans, the hate, he becomes a scapegoat every single game. It seems like if he doesn't score, I get he's a striker and he's meant to be scoring goals, but 20 goals in his first season, right? I don't think that's bad whatsoever, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play to him because he got benched, and I was surprised, but I was like, he's been scoring goals in the recent games. I don't know, why would he bench him? I would have started him personally, but he took that and he used that to his advantage. Really, he's like, all right, I'm benched. I'm going to come on and I'm going to score a brace, and I thought. Martinelli off the bench was absolutely excellent, and they seem to be having a little good partnership going on together. So I really hope, I know we'll talk about the Brentford game a bit later on, but I really hope we actually start the attack that ended the game in the Sunderland one, because I think that worked really well. Even Martinelli playing out on the right wing, which hasn't really played there too often, but he came on and he looks insane, gave us so much energy. It's one of the best I've seen of him in the Premier League, because we know he's been struggling in the Premier League this season, but he came on and he looked a completely different player. So yeah, I think overall it's a very, very good win. Another clean sheet against a really good Sunderland side, and at that time that put us 9 points in. And of course we saw the game yesterday, but this is the thing now. I'm not even worried about this Manchester City team, right? Because it's down to Arsenal. It's down to us at the end of the day, because obviously, we know what's going to happen. The Brentford game will be a lot of pressure, mainly because I think Man City will beat Fulham at Etihad. It's a 3-point gap. So now let's see what happens. And no matter the City result, if they lose the game, I want us to capitalize on it, because I don't think we've done that enough. They went 4 games without winning a single game, and we had them 3 setbacks, right? We didn't capitalize. We could have been into the clear. So win, lose, or draw, especially if they win as well, it's a 3-point gap. Let's not crumble under the pressure. Or if they do lose, let's extend our lead even more and actually put our chest out a little bit and get as many points as we can before, obviously, we play them at the Etihad. But I look at it, I just think it's down to us guys this season, man. Like, I'm not right about them. A few years ago, when we was in that title race in the second season, right, and we was 1 point behind them, I had to hold my hands up and say, you know what? That City team was elite. That City team was insane. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to say, you know what? We're done by the better team. We was consistent in that season. We was winning game after game after game, playing good football. But City were elite as well, and we lost out on 1 point. But I'm looking at them this season. They're not great, man. They are not great whatsoever.
Like if you look at the Liverpool game, Liverpool pressed them so much, had so many good chances. Actually,
exactly.
You can get chances against them.
They have so many chances, man.
We can take them.
So many chances, man. I've seen it all season with City, man. They're not the same City team. They're not the same City team for me, right? And we have obviously I still think, what is it, 6-point lead, right? Yeah. I still think the 6-point gap is decent. Yes, it could have been more, but again, it's down to us now. We have to have that mentality to win every single game now. And it's going to go away to Brentford. I know we'll talk about it a bit later on. It's going to be a very difficult game for us. But I think overall, that's a great win, you know, considering in Sunderland, I mean, they went for the physical battle again like they did at the Stadium of Light. Players like Robbery, right? Jesus Christ, that guy's a unit, man.
Yeah, he's a
Literally,
beast, man.
bro, he was causing us. Well, I think he was isolated, like in terms of the chances that he had. But every time he got the ball, he was just flipping, bodying every single player off. Like Saliba. Did you see what he did to Noni Madueke? He flipping took his headband off him. And
Headband off,
yeah, took his headband off, bro. That guy was. I mean, that guy is built like a tank.
Yeah, and he almost scored too. Havertz had to block the ball on the line.
Yeah, I remember that one. But yeah, I just quickly on the players, I thought the second half was a lot better. In the first half, I had a few concerns with players like Saliba and players like Kala. I feel like Kala looked a bit off it, but is that because he's come back from his injury? Is he not 100%? I would have started in Capier. I think for Brentford, we've got to start in Capier. Saliba looked a bit shaky, especially up against Brobby at times as well. But I think he picked himself up in the second half. I thought Gabriel was solid. I thought Timber had a great game. The midfield too, right? Declan Rice and Zubimendi. Oh my days, mate.
Crazy.
Mate. There's this whole rumors going around about Tonali, yeah, and I love Tonali, but at this rate, when you got Zubimendi and Rice together, how's Tonali going to fit in this team? When Zubi's playing and Rice, they've built this connection together, man, in this midfield, and you know you keep seeing it week in, week out. And then even Havertz, to be fair, like Havertz for me has came in that midfield position. I've definitely had my doubts about this guy overall as a player for Arsenal, but he's been playing a lot better than what Odegaard and Eze are doing in that position for me. You know, I know it's the early days with Havertz. He's 3 games in now, right? But he's looking pretty. He ain't looking bad. He probably should have scored that chance where he just bent it wide. But I think overall, even he gives you a bit of aerial threat in there in the middle as well.
I read somewhere that my 8 has not given any assists to Gyokeres, but Havertz has given him 3 assists already.
Yeah, there we go, man. There we go. So
I thought Eze personally was brilliant when he came on. Can I just say
off the bench? Yeah, he looked really lively off the bench. Eze, to be fair to him.
Yeah, all of the substitutions, like even Martinelli was moving mad.
Yeah, Martinelli looked electric. Like even on the right as well.
I love his pace, man. He's so fast. Good lord.
Yeah. Would you? Here's a discussion here. Like, would you guys start Martinelli on the right hand side instead of Madueke right now?
Yes. All day long.
Yes.
So I would like to, but at the same time, Martinelli is more lethal when he comes on as a sub.
Yeah.
Full himself for like 1 hour, and give Martinelli the next 30 minutes to now do what he needs to do. Because sometimes when you play Martinelli as a starting player, he doesn't give me the same vibe, the same effect you give him when he plays as a sub. I don't know why that happens most of the time, especially in the Premier League, you know, because we know for sure the Premier League team defend too deep against us. And Madueke is the kind of guy that can take them on, even though his output is horrible.
Yeah.
We need him to like come better with all that. But I won't mind Martinelli coming on as a sub in the second half. Unless Trossard is going to be injured, then maybe I'll try Eze on the left against Brentford, with Madueke on the right. Then Martinelli can come on as a sub for any of them and do some damage.
I think that's a good point.
But to be fair, Trossard is came off injured, so he's probably not going to play. So he probably is going to be.
It could be Eze out on the left, though. To be fair.
Yeah, fair point. But
so right now, I don't think I want him to be in the middle because the Brentford game, they're very compact. They have Yanelt, they have Henderson. Eze will be the kind of guy I would need in that kind of position. I'd rather have maybe Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and potentially Havertz. I'm not sure who they're going to be for that game. So if Trossard is not fit, I won't mind Eze on the left because he can do some damage to the winger. Then I can bring him Martinelli as a sub for either Madueke or Eze, depending on how they perform on the game. And he needs games as well to, get a good run in the team. Not that the injuries are just piling up like crazy.
Yeah, but AT Madueke again, bro. Like we're seeing the same story with this guy. Like I think he looks good. It's so frustrating with him. If he can fix the output, if he can fix the final third, if he can fix the end product, it's so frustrating. He does everything right, bro. He takes on his man. He's got that pace. He directs right, but then it comes to the flipping output and the end product, and he's just awful. It's awful in the final third. He's so frustrating to watch, man, because you know there's a player in there, but at the same time, he'd be useless because you need your winners to have output.
Yeah. And I was thinking that now that Saka is injured, he was going to get an extended run in the team to at least just show what he's made of. When you see him on the pitch, you give him the ball, you get that excitement that he's about to take on his defender. And when he gets to the final third, that final output, you just start groaning or just see something crazy that he just does. And I really hope he can improve on it because the games are going to come thick and fast. We're going to need him against Wigan because after playing Brentford, we play Wigan, we play Wolves. So we need Madueke to really step up, man. We need him to step up.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to go back to Gyokeres real quick because although I can't cook Tony tonight, there's a certain brother on this panel that wanted Sesko over Gyokeres and still, to this day, wanted Sesko in an Arsenal shirt over, the guy that has actually scored more goals than, Alvarez, who is someone that Josh has been waxing lyrical about.
Still want him.
Why?
What,
over Gyokeres?
No, not over Gyokeres. Playing them together.
Alvarez.
Let's have them both.
Facts, Seb. Facts, Seb. Me and Seb on the same page here, bro. Have them both.
You can play as a 10.
Huh?
You can play as a 9. Like Alvarez is very, very, very versatile, man. And he has the best in the Premier League too.
Is he that good in the 10?
Yeah, in Man City, he played a bit as a 10 behind Haaland a couple of games, and he cooked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right? You see where he's had his best output, right? Is in the false 9 position. So I don't understand, trying to accommodate him in the 10. Like, do you see that working?
No. Okay, like for instance, Kai Havertz has kind of become like a false 9 for us. But when you want him to play as a 10, he can actually do that because even from Bayer Leverkusen, he always played as a 10. So when we played him against Leeds as a 10, played him against Sunderland as a 10, we could see that output come out from him because he's a natural in there. So like Alvarez, with the injury issues we keep having, he will be able to plug in many holes in the team. And I think that a lot of folks are versatile. So if I'm letting I'll get him.
This is something that I've actually mentioned before. Alvarez has gone over 12 games without an open play goal.
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't had the most prolific of seasons, and he isn't.
Gabriel Jesus did 33 games at some point, bro.
Yes, AT. You tell me he's not that.
I don't think he'll play 10 though. Like, if
tell Gabriel Jesus.
You know in what Arteta will do. You know what he's like.
You've basically got the same player there, haven't you?
But at least one is reliable, will not get injured, and his salary will not be like Gabriel Jesus' salary. Gabriel Jesus is on 250 bags, man, and we're not getting our money's worth from him.
But at the same time, right? Like this is the point. I think with Alvarez, not in terms of like, I'm not comparing Alvarez to Jesus for God's sake, right? Because obviously I know who I'm having, right? Alvarez over Jesus, definitely. But you've got the same like carbon copy of play, like you know I'm coming from. Like with Alvarez, he's that like false nine type, isn't he? Right? Despite him scoring 17 goals, he's not someone that I look at who can score 20, 25, right? We have gone through this process of playing a false 9 where it's not worked over the years. We've not won anything. We get a prolific striker, and now we're still in all 4 competitions. I'm not saying like anyone on this panel necessarily, but there's been a lot of the vast majority of this fan base have said that we need to bring in Alvarez to replace Gyokeres. A lot.
Yeah. Okay, so let me cut you there, Rory. Do you know why Gyokeres is doing very well now? Because he's getting some rest. Beginning of the season, when Kai Havertz was out and Jesus was out, he played damn too many games, and he was still struggling to adapt to the team. But now you can see now where we bring Gabriel Jesus, he's on the bench, he's watching from outside, he comes on, he changes the game. Same thing with Jesus. So if you have someone like Alvarez, Gyokeres, and Kai Havertz, it will give us the same dynamism that we are showing right now. Because for each game state, we know the kind of striker we want to use.
Yeah, like at the same time, right? I think if Arsenal were going to sign Alvarez, I think he would play off the left. I don't think he'll necessarily play as the 10, to be honest with you. I do want to. I know he brought up Kai Havertz as well, and I've been very critical. You know me. If you've watched my channel, right, I have been heavily critical on Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
And, I think every time he has played in midfield, I'm always disputing that he's just not good enough there. But maybe right,
I'll say midfield though, because he's quite high up the pitch, bro.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Right? When he was playing in midfield, right, he was playing as the box-to-box midfielder alongside Odegaard. Now it's almost like he's playing as a second striker, and he's actually having more confidence in himself, which is something that I like. And he's one of the few that can actually, feed Gyokeres. And this is what I don't get, right? Every time I'm hearing that, because Saka and Odegaard can't find Gyokeres, it's because Gyokeres doesn't position himself well. So how can Havertz find Gyokeres if he doesn't position himself? So I think, for me, I know it's been a couple of games and I'm not waxing lyrical. However, maybe it was a case of him playing alongside Odegaard was the problem and it was playing in a more deeper role. Perhaps if he's further up the pitch, he could benefit. I don't know. But Seb, what are you saying about Kai Havertz right now? Like, it's safe to say I'm impressed from what I'm seeing at the moment, but I'm not going like over the top right now. But what are you saying about Havertz right now?
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Seb, go after you, Seb. Go ahead.
Yeah, same here. I don't go over the top about these players just because they've had a couple of good games. I now need to see it consistently. If they continuously contribute, and then it gets us over the line, then fair play to them. But now, I expect him to continue this because, like I said before, every player is going to have to be on it if we're going to win this title. Every single player. But yeah, all right, he's come back well. But like last week, what I said, I'm not on this. Oh, he's going to be our saviour. Oh, he's the missing piece. Oh, he's going to be the reason to get us over the line. No. He's still not that. He's still nowhere near that type of player. But yeah, so far, not bad. But consistency is key. Don't go back to any of the old habits. Just kick on and keep doing what you're doing right now.
Can I just say, I've definitely not forgotten that I added Dom in here. So we'll actually go through him next.
Here we go.
I haven't said anything yet.
Anything, Seb, mate.
Domination!
It's all going to kick off again. It's all going to kick off again when I'm just speaking the facts. It's all going to kick off.
Dom. Before we start, did you watch the Super Bowl?
I watched some of it today. Yeah, I watched it. I was off today, so I watched them today. It wasn't a classic, but the Seahawks defense did what I thought it would do and stop the Patriots, which
my gosh.
So there we go. It wasn't a classic.
What's their manager's name?
Who?
The team who won?
Mike McDonald.
Oh, yeah, Seb, what phase is Mike McDonald in, mate?
There you go. Exactly. There you go. Does not see. There you go. It don't take time.
Oh, dear me, that would show a fundamental difference.
So much evidence over the years. It doesn't take time.
Well, yes. If only some of them were comparable to the situation Arsenal.
They're all comparable. A lot of them.
Yes, Real Madrid definitely comparable.
Yes, 110% because we outspent them, and we said we were moving to the Emirates. We're competing with them, so yes, 100% comparable.
Well,
and you can now see they're all. They don't give anyone time. There's no phases, no projects there. Yes, I'm not going to stop comparing us until we start doing what they're doing, what we frustrate them to do.
Yes, I remember those seasons of Real Madrid going 20 years.
No, it's nothing to do. It's nothing to do. It is nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. Why?
Oh my fucking
Nothing
God.
to do with those seasons. Nothing to do with the sizes of the club. There's only one big reason. Why? One.
On that bombshell, then, Dom, what do you make of the Sunderland game? Because of course we haven't come to you yet. You can sum up the Man City Liverpool game if you like, because obviously that was a sucker punch to say the least. And what did you make of as well Kai Havertz? Because we were just speaking on him right now. So take it away, bro.
Yeah, I'll rattle through as quick as I can. So on those three, so in the Arsenal-Sunderland game, Arsenal professional performance, did what needed to be done. 3 open play goals, so nothing for the media to cry about this week. But yeah, it was a good professional performance. Thought we controlled the game as you'd expect. They had couple of chances, one that Raya dropped and then one good save. But Arsenal, I thought, completely dominant. But Sunderland, to their credit, came out and gave it a bit of a go. Particularly in the second half. But Arteta made changes to counter that, and Victor Gyokeres gets the goal. So really good result. It's 3 clean sheets in the last 4 for Arsenal and 4 wins since that Manchester United defeat. So that's a real positive. In terms of the Liverpool City game, I mean, in some ways it doesn't matter from an Arsenal perspective because they have to concentrate on what they can do. But it will certainly be a big boost to Manchester City to have won in the way they did, to be 1 down with 7-8 minutes to go, to come back and win in that fashion. They'd be delighted. Alisson certainly isn't getting the keys to North London anytime soon, is he, after that penalty? But City will feel they're still in the title race. But I never felt they were out of the title race. But Arsenal just have to keep trying to win. I still think they can be got at City. Liverpool created a lot of chances against them. You'd expect that. They're a good attacking side. I mean, basically Arsenal 1 weekend closer to the title, but they've got to keep going. And City, as expected, will stay on their tails because they're a good enough side. And there's going to be, as I always say, plenty of twists and turns in the title race to come. In terms of Havertz, sorry, third question.
What do you make of Havertz?
Look, he's come back. He understands the attacking system. I think that really helps him. I think he's obviously done very well since he came back. It doesn't necessarily surprise me because I said when he arrived, his best position was sort of off the striker, and I thought he was going to have to adapt to the number 8 position. I don't think that really works if he plays the natural number 8 position. And he's obviously not a natural number 9 either. He's that false 9. I mean, I don't think he will have improved his clinicalness in front of the goal. That was the big reason. But he's showing that he's a very talented and capable footballer, which is what I always said. As I say, his big issue is obviously consistency in finishing. But that's why you've got the likes of Gyokeres. But I think the key really has been that Gyokeres has found some confidence. But also, and I think, Rory, you just said it now, I think it's really key. I don't think Odegaard, a player, is the problem, but I do think Odegaard's not been close enough to Havertz, which is my big criticism of Odegaard. Not Havertz, sorry, Gyokeres is really helping. Havertz has definitely got closer to Gyokeres. Someone said it, he's almost playing as a second striker. And I think that has really, really helped. And I think Havertz and Gyokeres starting the game against Brentford would be a real sensible thing because Brentford will be really physical. They're compact in the middle. They're cede territory wide. And therefore, those big physical technical player in Havertz, but obviously battering around in terms of Gyokeres, I think is a really sensible duo to start that game against Brentford. But Havertz, he's got to show he can stay fit and he's got to show he can keep doing it. But I think I don't worry about Havertz certainly in that role. But he is still a player that will need 3 chances to score. But I don't think that will ever change.
Yeah, and I'd like to just add to that. The key difference between Havertz, Eze, and Odegaard is that positioning. When Odegaard was injured early in the campaign and Eze was playing as the 10, you can see how close he was to Gyokeres and, of course, to Saka and the rest of the team. My major problem with Odegaard this campaign is the fact that he drops too deep. I think it's silly. Bearing in mind that we have one of the best progressive 6 in the world in Zubimendi. When Odegaard plays, it also allows Zubimendi to do what he really needs to do. Now, you can see what happened in the game against Leeds when he came on as a sub. He was further up the pitch and see the pass he gave to Gabriel Jesus. He was like in the number 10 position and Jesus scored the 4th goal from there. So if that's what we expect from him, why can't he just stay in that bloody place and just do his job as an attacking midfielder? I know you're the captain, you want to have influence and yada, but him dropping too deep is one of the biggest challenges we're having in the team because he doesn't even have the agility to go all the way up when he drops deep because he recycles on the ball too much. He doesn't know when to release it on time. So there's something the Odegaard's game that he needs to improve on if he needs to continue in this team. I also think I will have the balls to do what is necessary because you can see if him not in the side, we're doing a whole lot better offensively, and Gyokeres is getting more service.
Well, AT, didn't the manager say about Odegaard that he doesn't tell him to drop deep or something a few weeks ago?
And I was not happy when I heard. I think I said that you are the manager. Tell him what he needs to do. If you can't come to the press and tell the press that he likes to drop deep, that's BS to me, man. And in 2023, when Odegaard scored 15 goals, Xhaka and Partey were at the base. Odegaard had no business playing in that base. They will give him the ball, he worked with Saka, Martinelli and Jesus, and we're scoring goals like mad. Why can't he just continue doing that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, it's like with Odegaard, we don't really like set him up the way we should be, and this is why I'm not, throwing like the blame entirely on him because I think it is more of a system thing. He shouldn't be chained to the right hand side, but at the same time, when you are in positions to shoot, that's no like instruction to the manager. That's something that you've got to just take yourself, right?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's a frustrating thing with Odegaard. Although to be fair, right, I'm pretty sure Arteta does set us up to be like this rigid, robotic team around the box where we're just overpassing everything. Whereas I think we saw at the weekend when we shoot from outside the box because we have this tendency of overpassing and do this tippy-tappy BS, right? If we continue shooting from outside the box, that's where defenders will end up, pushing themselves back because, they're expecting us to pass. And I think that could come in hand. Like the Zubimendi goal, I don't think no one is actually clocking how good of a finish that was. I mean, from a right angle as well.
Yeah.
The technique on that, Rory. Sorry, the technique on that was something special.
Man. That was such a nice goal, man.
We got a question from AFC Always. What would be worse, losing the league now or the 22-23 season?
Now, right now. I'm sorry, now all day long. That 22-23 season, was like no one expected to be competing in that season.
No.
We literally came off the back of bottling top four. Yeah, nobody expected that. That was a mad season. Yeah, but now with the squad that we've got,
time, Josh, you were 8 points ahead in April, and
we capitulated. We capitulated. Yeah, we capitulate. But look at this season, bro. With the squad that we've got, and the money that we've all spent to get here. Yeah, and how many seasons we are deep now? Is it 4 seasons? We've been 3 seasons in the title race. 3 seasons in the title race. This will be the worst yet. And the fact,
this is our 4th season.
And look how many points we've been in. Look how many opportunities we've had to extend the lead as well. If we don't win it from here, it's a complete disgrace. That first season, I can hear it a little bit because we had a younger squad. Yeah, had no experience. But now we've been here for 3-4 seasons now. This manager's been here for 3-4 seasons. This will be the worst in the 22-23 season for me.
Josh is absolutely
I agree, but at the same time, right, we were 8 points clear in April.
In April, bro, you can't recover from that, man. And the games we withdrew, I can understand Liverpool to a certain degree, but I was disappointed because we scored them 2-0 first.
We were 2-0 up.
And allowed them to come back. Exactly. Okay, that's gone.
Yeah, against West Ham.
When he did West Ham 2-1, Saka had a penalty to make it 3-1. He misses the penalty. West Ham make it 2-2. Then Southampton have been losing games like crazy. Come to the Emirates and we draw 3-3 with them before losing to Man City. That was horrible, bro. That capitulation was terrible. Trust me.
Which Which team do you think is better? The current team we've got right now, or the one we had in the 22-23 season?
No, this one is better.
The one we have now, but the attack obviously would be that 22-23
But
season. That attack was lit.
overall, like player for player.
Overall, this one.
No, overall, this one. Certainly this one.
I think it's actually closer than most people think, you know.
It's unquestionably like this season will be. Josh was spot on. This season will be a lot harder. I knew that we were going to get caught in those first two title races. We weren't experienced enough. The depth wasn't there. Man City were way better than us. This squad is better, but we looked more exciting back then. But I think that's also because of the way opponents set up against us. They weren't going to defend like they do now, and that makes the game more open, which makes it more exciting. And I don't think that's just an Arsenal thing. I think that's a general thing. Manchester United look far more exciting at the moment because no one defends against them because they don't think United can score. I wonder if they continue playing like they are, whether teams will start to respect them more and suddenly it will become a bit harder for them. But so I think this side is definitely better than that side.
Yeah,
that other side is more exciting.
Raya Ramsdale, better. Timber White, better. Obviously, Nkapie or Calafiori Zinchenko, better. Rice and Xhaka, better. Zubimendi and Partey, better. Like, pound for pound, this team this year surpasses.
I'm not gonna lie, the midfield is close. I'll stop you there. I think the midfield is close.
No.
We have right now
without Rice.
Rice, Zubimendi compared to Xhaka and Partey. Come on, bro.
That season, like Partey was on top.
Partey and Xhaka was a phenomenal partnership. It was a phenomenal.
And Granit Xhaka.
Partey. Oh, yeah.
Partey and Xhaka was a phenomenal duo. It was.
Yeah, Xhaka was phenomenal that season.
He was.
He was.
He did have a good season, to be fair. But
Yeah,
that was his best season with us. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Zubimendi and Rice, which don't get me wrong, is a fantastic double pivot. But at the same time, I'm not even saying like
if you press those two, they can. If you press them two, Zubimendi and Rice, they do.
Yeah, that's
Partey and Xhaka. You couldn't press with.
Yeah, that's true as well.
And there is that. But
and also speaking like from footballing reasons here, like not Thomas Partey as the person, footballing reasons.
Yeah.
And I think you could argue
allegedly the person just to protect you there, Rory.
but one thing, if you look at Partey and Zubimendi, Partey didn't have that agility to progress the play. He was a midfield general. I loved him and all that, but Zubimendi gives us that extra. Especially going forward, the progressive passing, the goals. Partey was once in a while, he had a couple of long shots he takes and whatnot. Declan Rice, in the form of his life, compared to Xhaka, bro, I disagree, man. Xhaka was good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say right with Zubimendi, I think I said, I can't remember when I did say it, but I was like, around November time, I was going, I think Zubimendi may be an upgrade on Thomas Partey from what I'm seeing because he's got the best out of Declan Rice. Yeah. However, if we're comparing attributes here, I think for me, there's not really many attributes that you can tick off, Partey's game, Zubimendi's game that he has over Zubimendi.
Over Partey?
Partey, for God's sake.
So the first one is progressive passes. You can't compare it. Trust me. Partey was just good in getting the ball, holding it up like cocaine, then giving it to Odegaard or Xhaka to progress. He didn't have the ability to progress the ball. That's a major one. Then the movement. Partey was quite robotic. He had his moments when he does one or two good steps, but Zubimendi is more agile than him. Shooting.
Yeah, I hear it.
Shooting is also another one. Mendy scores very good technical goals. Look at what he has to
I think it's a case of Zubimendi playing a lot higher up the pitch.
No, not necessarily. He's still a 6. He still maintains his position as a 6.
Thomas Partey.
But the difference is that him and Rice alternate. Partey could not alternate with Xhaka. He had to be static in that 6 permanently.
Yeah, I agree with that. But obviously, like, again, if you're comparing Rice this season to Granit Xhaka, however, in that 22-23 season, not like Granit Xhaka throughout his entire career at Arsenal, by the way, I'm talking like that specific season.
Mhm.
Who are you taking?
In all honesty, I'll still take Rice because he adds more to his game. In addition to
I agree with that, yeah.
pieces, then that energy we get from him. Xhaka actually became more of a goal scorer, right? And that kind of allowed us to get the best out of him in terms of the goal. Because Rice is scoring those type of goals right now too. In terms of the numbers, in terms of the assist and the influence on the entire game too. So I think I'll still take Rice, bro.
Yeah, but with Zubimendi and Partey, I don't know. I don't know if there's many attributes that Zubimendi matches Partey. To be honest with you, I don't know about that because Partey's more press resistant. He's for me, it's not even that bad going forward, but I'll give it to Zubimendi because of the goals he's scored. I think defensively, we're underestimating how good Thomas Partey was in big games as well. So Zubimendi hasn't really had many necessarily. I'd say probably the Chelsea game away from home. I'd say the Newcastle game away from home. I thought he was decent in that one. Yeah. Apart from that, Man United at home, he made a mistake. Liverpool away gave away a free kick.
Tottenham.
Tottenham, but obviously the game was done back then.
But we know Partey also has his own PSG second leg.
Listen. I get it.
What annoyed me more about Partey is what he did against.
What he got the yellow card.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was the only time where I think he'd done something stupid in a big game. I think Real Madrid, even when he got that booking, he was excellent over two legs.
Yeah, but why did he need to do that? He could have played. We needed him.
I get it, but
made a difference. We could have won that.
I get it, but his overall performances in big games have been excellent. He's turned up in more big games than Zubimendi has. That's for sure.
Well,
he's had more big games to turn up in, but
and he had a bigger sample size too.
I think Rory has a point in terms of that particular season. It's a lot closer because they were both exceptional that season. But if you're asking me which one am I taking, which partnership I'm taking, I'm 100% taking this one and twice on Sundays. But I mean that season,
it's close. There's not a lot in it. It's close.
I think if you take just that season, but I think if you look at their time overall at Arsenal, and look, Rice and Zubimendi obviously have had a shorter time than those two and are playing in a better side, which obviously does help, then I'm definitely taking this duo over that duo. But that season, I think it does become a lot closer. If you just take that season for Partey and Xhaka, then it does become much closer.
I think the attack was better though. Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus.
That was a free-flowing attack.
Yeah, but that's because we were playing to their strengths though. Saka and Martinelli had freedom. Gabriel Jesus was drifting out wide, etc.
Yeah.
Right. This attack, player for player, you could argue it's better than the one we had in the 22-23 season. Right, Saka, we still have to this day. Gyokeres, who scored over 100 goals last season, and then you got
but then again, Saka has regressed a bit though. So I would rather take the Saka of 22-23 because he was still an upward curve at that point, and even got better as seasons progressed.
But why do you think Saka's regressed?
And one, a long-term injury.
Hamstring injury.
That injury.
Flushed back and I feel it slowed him down. Because he's been burnt and overplayed. It's just
of course, the burden of being overplayed as well. Then teams always doubling up on him without him having the right level of protection. So everyone else that wants to get Saka just try to tackle him or do something crazy to him and stuff like that, and it plays in his mind as well.
But then again, player for player, I think we may have a better attack now than we did in the 22-23 season because, I don't think anyone expected Jesus to hit the ground running within his first 5 months.
He was incredible. That was a brilliant.
It was amazing. I wish there was no World Cup that year, man. Would have gotten the best out of him.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think, Rory, you're right that there was more freedom then, but I think there's also, and I just go back to this point, we were allowed to play with more freedom, so there was that space for them to go and attack. There isn't that space now. You can see Martinelli, we can still see that player from then. Now, when teams leave him space, you look at that run for that third goal against Sunderland, all that space he had to attack, and he attacks it with power. Teams don't give him that space very often anymore, and I do think that is a real impact on where we are. I also think that attacking in that way wasn't sustainable. I remember saying in September that year that we weren't going to be able to sustain it because we didn't have the legs, and we can't play like that for 9-10 months of a season. And I said the same about Klopp's lot in his last season, that they were going to burn out because you cannot play football at that pace for 10 months. The Premier League's too grueling for that. But of course, that makes it far more exciting to watch when a team is playing like that. That last season of Klopp was so fun to watch Liverpool going forward. That season you're talking about of Arsenal, so fun to watch. It's beautiful to watch. It's just not sustainable over a 10-month period, which then does make attacks far more boring. Manchester City's attack in many ways is quite dull. It is very similar to us. The difference is Haaland is an absolute machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he creates more space for everyone because he gets 2-3 players on him and he can still score because he's that good. But if 2 or 3 players on him,
8 points in April was unforgivable, bro. We had, it was unforgivable. I mean, we could have won West Ham, we could have won Southampton at the very least. I can understand dreaming Liverpool because we had Anfield.
We completely capitulated that season, 100%.
We were 2-0 up at Anfield.
This season, we don't win the Premier League title this season. That's a disgrace, bro.
Yes, that was terrible. I'm still not over. See, I'm still not over these other seasons, and this is why I am how I am and all that. I'm still not over that.
No, but Seb, this will be the worst one.
Yes, 110%. Be by far the worst. But
because now we are more experienced.
The thing is, I don't make it.
And we have the depth. We have spent money this summer. So there are no excuses, actually.
I get that, but I didn't make excuses for that 22-23 season. I didn't. Whenever we go 8 points clear in April with 10 games to go, you have to get it over, especially when winning every single cup competition in the process. You have to go. And
we have the Europa League early, right?
We win every single cup competition. So think about that. And people can say as much as they want, but we weren't expected to do this. We weren't expected to do this. You need to remember, we are Arsenal. This is the biggest club in London, the third biggest in this country. Things change as the season goes along. Yeah. When they do, especially to your favour, you have to adapt to it and see it over the line. And we should have won that league. It's
like Seb, remember.
But look, did you see the way in which we capitulated? Liverpool, we were 2-0 up at Anfield. All we needed to do was to stay on the front foot for a little bit longer in that second half. We didn't need to revert to type that quickly. And a lot of people blamed Granit Xhaka for that with Trent. No. Manager was at fault.
You know what, Seb? We almost lost because Ramsey made a very good save from Salah.
It didn't need to get to that because we should have stayed on they were there for us. All we needed to do. Liverpool weren't better than us that season. All we needed to do was to play our own game and to get our own basics right, which was what we were doing in the first half an hour when we went 2-0 up.
The worst game for me was the Southampton one at the Emirates.
I lost the rest.
Yes, that Liverpool game killed momentum. It killed momentum. And then Southampton, the West Ham should have won that game. Xhaka scores that penalty. We win that game. Southampton, those definitely should have won that game. And then we actually could have gone to the Etihad and got something. But if you're going there with on the back of 3 games without a win, you've got no hope.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. When Saliba got injured against Fulham, should we have used Kivior rather than Holding?
Yeah,
we kind of did use Kiwior, didn't we?
We did towards the end, but that was
Yeah.
after. That was after the City game.
Yeah, but by that time, it's already too late now. I'm talking about the games against Liverpool, the games
We
against.
played them against Chelsea, didn't we?
Yeah,
in that
against Chelsea. That
3-1
was
win.
after the City game. But
Yeah.
that was after the City game.
When it's pretty much done.
But before then, it was Rob Holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, like, didn't we play Kiwior in that, patch where I'm pretty sure where we lost to Fulham and West Ham the following season? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
we
sure we
did.
played Kiwior
Yeah,
left
we
back
might have done.
against Fulham. We played him a couple of games, and he was he was awful.
But to be fair,
And then
but to
I
be
think he even
fair,
played like a couple.
But to be fair, in that run-in, remember when we were destroying teams later on in that season, he was playing brilliantly at left back.
Yeah.
He was playing
The
brilliantly.
Aston Villa
Yeah,
game.
but
And then
I think at the same time-
Tommy Ashley came in at left back and did an even better job.
yeah, I think at the same time though, with the Kiwior playing as the left back, I think it was because he was playing inverted.
Yeah.
So like we decided, what we're gonna.
Definitely was not the answer. I didn't. It was definitely
Yeah.
No, definitely not. But what I'm saying is, I think the only reason why that worked when we went on that long winning run with him playing as a left back was because we resisted from him playing as the inverted left back, coming into midfield every now and then, to then Ben White inverted from the right back. So I think that was probably one of the reasons why we were very solid defensively that season as well.
The thing is, we've been solid defensive. We've been solid defensively for the last 3 years. Just like I told you the stats that Gabriel and Saliba are statistically the second best partnership in Premier League history because they've kept the second most clean sheets since 49. Only Vidic and Ferdinand have kept more.
Yeah.
And that must be over a lot more games, Seb, is it?
Yes.
Ferdinand,
yeah, over a lot more. Yes, over a lot more games. Yes, they kept 70 over a lot more games. But that just demonstrates how good.
Our clean sheet record is.
They're the best in the world.
Yes, best in Europe without a doubt. Yes.
I think 38 games, 21 clean sheets. That's madness, man.
Yeah, like at this point of the season as well, like February, 20 clean sheets in competition.
Again, our best record was actually 23 clean sheets, and we're in February, and we're on 21 already. So we're certainly going to break that record by 4.
I reckon it could.
Yeah.
But
just before we do move on.
But if they both stay for a few more seasons, I reckon they could. They could actually obliterate it within 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I think Saliba and Gabriel will stay, no doubt. But it's just Declan Rice.
No. Rory, if you don't win anything this season, we're going to be in trouble in the summer.
Yeah, definitely. They'll be gone. If you do not win anything, they'll be gone.
They'll be gone.
I'm worried about all these players. If we do not win anything this season, we are going to be losing them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about Saliba and Gabriel because, like, seeing as they signed a new contract.
Yeah, but the thing is, contracts are only there to protect values. I
know.
Only there.
But I don't think Madrid will pay what. How much is Saliba worth at the moment?
I mean, like 100 million each at least.
Yeah, something like that.
110 million or something.
I reckon 80 Arsenal. I reckon 80 Arsenal will take.
No, but a team like PSG can pay like 110 for Saliba. You go back to France.
Real Madrid.
And they can give him a very good salary as well.
No, I mean, Saliba at some point will go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid, yeah.
Regardless of whether we win trophy or not, that's where his dream is. I think Arsenal will hold out for 100 million plus. If, though, they decide that they are going to agitate for a move, that's when things become more difficult.
Yeah.
Arsenal have significantly protected their asset. Declan Rice would be the concern, but it's not something I worry about at this moment in time because I genuinely think we're going to win something. And by the way, I've just seen Watford, who they've appointed as their 350th manager this season.
Who?
Edward Still, as in Will Still's brother.
What? Oh my god.
It's madness. But anyways, I kind of want to move on before we do move to Brentford this week because that's a massive game.
I don't want to move to
go
Brentford. I'm quite happy where I am.
Sorry.
Well, if you didn't put a masterclass tonight, then yeah, I might as well ship you off to Brentford, you know. But I just wanted to go around the panel and ask you guys right now. I know we spoke about Havertz, we spoke about Gyokeres. Who would you guys play as your first choice 10 from now to the end of the season, as well as, you know, whoever's going up front? Who would you guys go for as the attacking midfielder and the striker at this moment in time? Obviously, we'll take out the fact Marino's injured, right?
Yeah,
and we'll just
I wouldn't
assume
play
that
him as
he
my 10 anyway, to be honest.
we'll assume that he's still fit, right? Right now, who would you guys say is our best striker and our best attacking midfielder right now?
Probably Gyokeres and Havertz for me. And I can't believe I'm saying Havertz, but and also I want to. It's been like 4 games, and then it's all about the consistency with him because we've seen him have purple patches before a few seasons ago where he scores some goals and he looks good, and then the form sort of drops off a little bit. So or the injury happens, something like that. So I personally, I'm liking it. As I said earlier, I feel like Havertz has came in and the games that he's looked, he's been looking a lot better there than what we've been seeing with Odegaard and Eze, to be honest with you. And I feel like Gyokeres thrives off Havertz as well. You know,
Their partnership looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, partnership looks really good. So
yeah, he does. Yeah.
personally, I can't believe I'm saying it, but he's looked that good. He came back as like a different player, like a new type of signing, because it's something that we've been missing there. And if it's gonna liven up Gyokeres, if this is the best we're gonna see of Gyokeres because of Havertz, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just want the best duo that can win us things, that will take us to the top. I just want the best two, and right now, Havertz and Gyokeres is working well, linking up together. Don't forget, we scored 7 goals in the league in the 2 games that we've played. So you have to stick with it. But personally, if you were asking me, I would actually say Eze and Gyokeres, because I think Eze usually at this stage gets good, and I think we should use him. I think we should use him more. But obviously,
Yeah,
I still ain't getting convinced of him.
say Eze.
yeah, I
don't think
agree.
he should come back in yet. I don't think he should come back in yet because it's clearly not working.
Yeah, but at the same time, you've got to play Eze into confidence. Palace fans will tell you that
Exactly.
if you don't play Eze into confidence,
Exactly. He needs to be needs to be getting more minutes.
yeah.
For me, I'd start Eze out on the left. I think I'm liking Martinelli off the bench and on the right. And I think if you're not playing Trossard, I think you're changing the entire composition of the attack when you go from Trossard to Martinelli. Now, if you've got a side, and I'm just going to use Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham side from last season, then 100% you're going to go Martinelli because they're going to leave you so much space behind. But if you take most sides in the Premier League and how they set up against Arsenal, you kind of want a like-for-like Trossard replacement when you're not using Trossard, and that for me is Eze. I also think it's the closest position to where we saw him at Palace, and I think he is consistently a better second half of the season player because defenses get tired, and he really is very good at exploiting that. So for me, I'd like to see him play more out there. In terms of your combination, I think if I have to pick one, it's definitely Josh's one. But I think you have different players for different ones is the obvious answer. But that's not in the spirit of what the question you asked. But that's the real answer. But it's Gyokeres and Havertz, and then I think it's Eze. Trossard's the man in form at the moment, so it's Trossard on the left. But Eze would be the backup there, and then obviously Saka on the right. That would be if I could start 4. It'd be Trossard, Gyokeres, Havertz, Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah, AT, I was just asking
That's fair
who your preference would be in the 10 and the striker. Just went round the whole panel. I think Seb said Eze and Gyokeres, right? Josh said Havertz and Gyokeres. Dom said you said Havertz and Gyokeres, right? But with Eze out on the left, right?
I mean Trossard would start out on the left, but Eze would be. That's where I'd get Eze's minutes would be out on the left. I just think that's where you get the best out of him.
Okay.
But what were you saying, bro?
Okay, so with what I've seen so far, I think I want us to continue this Havertz and Gyokeres team to give them time to really cook. from the Kairat game to the Leeds game. Obviously, Havertz played alongside Gabriel Jesus in the Sunderland game. And when Gyokeres came, who got the assist? Still Havertz as well. So I think now that Havertz is coming to full fitness, we need to give him an extended run of games alongside Gyokeres. Eze can fight with Trossard on the left. I think Eze's out of possession play has improved slightly. Obviously, he was really punished for the Aston Villa thingy. But if you notice, in the Chelsea game, when he was not with the ball, he actually fought really hard. Like, I think he has stepped up in that level. So we need to see him play on that left-hand side again to see how far he can track back. Because you know that left position, he needs to work well with Calafiori. So right now, my preference would be Havertz and Gyokeres in the 10 and 9.
Yeah, it's difficult with me, to be honest, because I want to say Eze and Gyokeres, because I think whenever Eze does play in the 10, we do look way more fluid than we have done all season, to be honest. But I think at the moment, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So I kind of want to see Havertz right now playing as the second striker alongside Gyokeres. That's
but I have to remember, bro, Havertz link-up play is amazing. Like, he's like a glue. When Havertz comes on the pitch, minus Gyokeres, he even allows the wingers to even thrive well as well. And he's on that, knows our system in and out, So I'd rather allow him to play with Gyokeres. Gyokeres is just trying to adapt. Havertz will be that guy that will be the link-up between our system and Gyokeres. Need to give him a chance to actually do what he needs to do in attack. I love Eze as well. Eze can be coming on. So as it stands now, we have a very big squad, and everyone will have their chance. When we're going to play against Wigan, I'm sure we'll have like a serious overhaul. And if we want to play Eze in 10 in that game, fine. But the Premier League is where we need to play our best players. And in as much as I love Eze, he hasn't gotten to that point yet where he can call him our first team player. So he can fight. So he can fight with Trossard on the left or come on as a sub for Havertz. But right now, I think Odegaard needs to spend some time on the bench, come on to like everyone else until he gets his act right. But as I said,
if Waneri was still at the club, would you have started him right now?
Yeah.
In all honesty, no.
Probably not, but
No,
I would have used him more.
So
I wouldn't have started him. I would have brought him off the bench.
I would have given him the opportunity.
So if one I'd have probably played him as a 7 instead of Madueke.
Yes, I would have definitely played him over Madueke.
But not central midfield. Nah.
Yeah, 110% on the right.
Because now that Saka is out, one area would have been able to give us those kind of Saka kind of moves on the right hand side with outputs. Or like Madueke that is giving the moves without any output.
Yeah, look at him last season, 80 on the right. He was balling out week in, week out.
Yeah.
He had to play and he stepped up.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but we will move on to, of course.
Arteta clearly sees him more as a number 10.
I think that's where he sees his future for sure.
Sorry?
That's a really benefit.
That's where he sees Waneri's future for sure is a 10.
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand that, but at the same time,
But my issue with Waneri as a 10 is he doesn't have that positional awareness where he wants to defend. That space is too much. But on the right hand side, it's a bit limited to allow him to do what he needs to do. And when we played last season, we saw how well he did on the right hand side for Saka when Saka was injured. That should be his future. But unfortunately, we are going to go and blow 50 million on Madueke, and where we are.
didn't understand.
Yeah.
And when you're paying 50 million for someone, it's got to work. And I expect a 50 million pound player to have end product and to do his job properly. And at the moment, he's just everything that I knew he was going to be. He's just everything, which is decent, but not good enough. But decent isn't good enough.
He's not good enough, man.
Not good enough if you want to win the
Well, that is why he's a backup.
But if you wanted a backup, I'd have left one area as the backup.
Yeah, you don't spend.
I'll do it. I agree with that.
A proper left winger was still needed. That money should have gone towards that when we could have got Rodrigo, Leao, something like that.
But At the same
Leao.
time, Seb,
Don't
this
bring
is
up
at
Leao
the same
again.
time. This is where we're at with the windows now. Look at
Yeah,
how much flipping. What's his name?
Elanga.
What's his name? Elanga. Yeah, look how much he went for.
Yeah.
He's crap,
Yeah,
mate.
I understand.
was better than
Yeah,
Martin.
look,
Elanga
go
was
now
better
as well.
than Madueke. We knew
No,
all
he's
that.
not.
Elanga was
Yeah,
better.
look, I mean, look at
Yeah.
Rodrigo now. By the way,
Yeah.
I'd
He's not
have him.
cooking anymore, man.
I'd have him right now.
I mean, of course, Rodrigo would have been the dream move, but that just never looked like happening. I never felt that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the dull thing is, like, you've got the likes of Elanga, Madueke, Kudos, who's not done anything really at Spurs.
Yeah,
There's
Kudus.
another one I can't think of that went for 50 million. These are players that would have gone for 30 million even 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The one who I really wanted was Neto, who went to Chelsea.
no.
That was the one I really wanted more than anyone else. Was him.
I don't like that.
Why?
Have you not watched him this season? No offense to Joss, but
He
you know,
is-
like, come on.
he is a top
I did
quality
not.
player. He is
He's
a
not quality.
He's a
What,
baller.
Pedro Neto?
He is. He is.
No, he's not. He's
No, he's not,
absolutely
bro.
pony.
He
It's
is.
crap. Yeah, it's pure crap.
He's pony, bro.
He's
Come
not.
on.
He's not.
He's
What makes
pony.
him, Seb? What makes him top class then?
Have you seen? Do you actually?
No, okay. So what? So what's the attributes? Tell me.
He's a proper baller.
Yeah, but how?
He's not.
He has it all. He has
That's
it.
what
Does he have end product? Yes. Does
No.
he create?
No,
Yes.
he doesn't.
No, he
Does he
don't.
think
No,
people-
no.
Yes. Does
Why
he
do
want-
Chelsea fans
Yes.
hate it?
The only thing that's holding him back is injuries.
Well,
No, it's not.
He
but
is
you
quite
complain about
injury
injuries
prone.
at Arsenal. Why would you want another injury player? then?
No. Well, how many has Zinchenko had? How many has Jesus had? How
That's
many
the point,
has
though.
Saka
Why
now
do you
had?
want another
How
one
many
then?
has?
Yes, why do you want another one then? Why do you want another player like that? And also end product. I mean, Madueke's obviously
Exactly.
to improve his end product. There's no question about that. But you know, I don't see it from Neto either.
I do. I really do.
I mean, I see no evidence of that whatsoever.
He
I
walks
really
in
don't.
his side.
Chelsea would ship him to us in a heartbeat.
Well, I'll take
Bro.
him right now. Then give him.
Let's go.
Take him now.
Yeah.
Then
Like
give him
5 games, 4 goals.
Let's
Matt
not
Wakey
trick.
back.
I liked him at Wolves, to be fair, Seb, but
I loved him at
See,
I
Wolves.
didn't
See
even
him at
rate him at
Chelsea.
Wolves.
I loved
think he
him
was-
at
I would have
Wolves.
took him when he was at Wolves.
said
But
he
at Chelsea,
was-
bro, he's-
At Wolves, he wasn't even all that at Wolves. He was just decent at
I agree.
wasn't even all that at Wolves.
He 100% was.
Nope.
Seb,
Yes.
right? Why do you think Chelsea fans don't rate him?
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather have a Cornetto than Pedro Neto.
No.
Oh, Cornetto's quality. And like,
Yeah,
Hey,
he's good.
no, big up the Cornettos, man.
He's all right. Yeah.
Who Cornetto? He's good, isn't he?
Oh my god.
Yo, Seb, do you rate Cornetto? Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Oh, he's all right.
Larry.
we are talking about the ice cream, right?
Cornetto from bloody Sporting, mate. He's good, isn't he, Seb?
Oh my god.
Don't watch that league.
Seb, where you shoot right now, bro?
Don't watch that league. I want people to don't watch that league.
I do think Cornetto's better than Neto,
You
personally.
don't
Seb.
watch that league.
No, but I do think I do watch
I
a
don't
few
think he
YouTube
is.
compilations. I do think he's a bit better.
Oh my days.
You don't watch
So
that league.
Seb, right? Back onto Pedro Neto, right? Where would he be playing for you? On the left wing?
Left.
He'll
What?
be starting on the left. So is it Evan Trossard?
Yes.
And Martinelli.
Oh,
What? Come on.
he's not better than Trossard. Come on, bro.
He is.
Can I have some of the sugar you're sniffing, bro? I think I need that too.
Oh,
I hate him, bro.
nah.
You said above them.
He hasn't had a bad season. He had to be bad at Chelsea. He really hasn't.
His first season in Chelsea. the 5 games,
I can't believe, Seb, you keep banning about getting these Chelsea rejects, and now you want another Chelsea.
He's the
reject,
only
Seb.
one I take.
come on,
So-
man.
Seb, I don't want any more Chelsea players, Seb. I don't want any more Chelsea players.
No,
Say
I
that.
didn't want Madueke. I didn't want Havertz. I didn't want Louise. I didn't want Willian.
But you want Neto.
But you want Pedro Neto.
Oh, man. Right now, I'm not your double
I
standard.
wanted him at Wolves. You know that.
Hang on, sorry. No,
And
it's
also,
not.
the
It's
Sooner
first,
at
I've
that
checked.
time was a no-brainer. The Sooner was a no-brainer at that time. When
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Basuma.
remember when he was at Brighton? I wanted him. It was a no-brainer.
You're right, Deb. You're absolutely right. He has no brain whatsoever.
I do.
Nah,
Want
nah,
to
nah,
win.
Nah, I
Come
can't
on.
believe what I'm hearing. Man
Bro.
said
Sooner.
Trossard
Yeah,
isn't better
but listen,
than...
that's because you're with better players at Arsenal. Better players.
Okay, so why is Madueke doing it then? He's with better
Because
players.
he's not good enough. He's clumsy. I knew
No,
Pedro
sorry.
then.
Madueke isn't clumsy. What he does do,
He is.
makes the wrong final
Oh my
decision.
God.
There you go.
That's
When you spend 50 minutes,
They're doing everything,
That's
man.
not
making
clumsy,
the right
though.
one.
Seb,
Seb, right?
they want your dealer's number right now, bro. Because what
Making
they
the
want
right
to buy
decision.
from my G.
So Seb, you're going about the fact you don't want no Chelsea rejects with David Luiz, etc.,
No, I didn't want
Jorginho,
them.
whoever.
No.
Okay, so you're telling me you wouldn't take Reece James, Caicedo, Cole
Yeah, that's
Palmer?
another debate.
Well, no, it's not.
Oh, no, you just said he's
No,
the only Chelsea player.
we're there right now.
No,
Chelsea, right?
If they
You said
wouldn't want him, I take him.
you said that Pedro Neto is the only Chelsea player you would be willing to take. So you're telling me you wouldn't take.
No.
You did say that though.
No. Look. No.
I'll just wind back the tape.
Okay, right. Okay,
Look, come on.
there you go, Seb. Cook.
Look, think about it.
No.
I thought about it. It's still a no.
Say no to anything I say, Dom.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Say no to anything I say. Even when I keep comparing us to Real Madrid when I have to. You dismiss it every time. I say
Yes,
it for
because
good reason.
When we were finishing 8th in this league, we were not like Real
Nothing
Madrid.
to do with that. It's
But it
nothing
was.
to do with that.
Also, and let me just walk back the tape because I have got it here. It's the only Chelsea player I would take is Pedro Neto.
I take Pedro Neto, I take Caicedo, I take
Okay, so he's
Palmer,
not the only.
I take Reece
So
James,
he's not the
and
only
I take
Chelsea player.
Estevao.
So he's
That's
not
what
the
I'm
only.
taking.
So he's not the only Chelsea player you take.
Madueke wasn't on that list.
No, so you would take more Chelsea players than just Pedro Neto then.
Crying out loud.
So right now, I think we need to go get that.
I wanted was Rodrigo.
Wait, Pedro, all our memories are gone, man.
Rodrigo was the main man I wanted.
Yeah,
I agree with you with that, Seb. Yeah, like
Yeah, well, that was who I wanted.
I was in the same
Well,
thing. Like, when we signed Madueke, I thought if we should have got a different winner than him personally.
I mean, my
We've got a question, right? What does Neto actually do well and better than Trossard?
He's a baller. That's what he does well, bro.
Get injured.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll be honest, his all-round play. Maybe he doesn't score as much goals, but his all-round play is better. And
It's not better though.
He's
Come on.
quicker. He's quicker than Trossard.
Yeah, he's quicker.
Yeah, he's quicker. Yeah, okay, quicker.
So
Yeah,
we've got
okay.
quicker.
But
and
we have
injured.
that in Martinelli, don't we?
We
we have that
quicker
in
and
Martinelli.
injured. These are a good combination so far. Quicker and injured. What else is he better at? I mean, I honestly, genuinely would struggle to name things that Pedro Neto is better than, other than those.
Okay, no, what actually? He looks like Josh.
Yeah, being compared to Josh.
Hey, see, we're looking for points in his favour, mate.
He is a baller. Neto.
He's not a bro.
He
Oh
is.
my god.
He is. I wanted him
Nah,
before
not
we
a
went
ball.
to. I wanted him
Him and
Basuma.
before we
we're
went to
world
Chelsea. I wanted him badly before we went to Chelsea, and I still take him in a heartbeat now.
In a heartbeat. Wow.
Yes.
So would you still take Basuma right now?
Nah, he wanted Leon
I'm not
Goretzka.
thinking about it. He's just mad.
Leon Goretzka's who
Leon
I want.
Goretzka.
Who I want.
No, that's not the
What about
question.
Basuma?
That's not the question.
Yeah, but at that time, it was a no-brainer. That was an Arteta mess up there. At that time.
Yeah, but we don't get Declan Rice though.
No, yes, you do.
No, we don't.
25 million. 20. No.
Okay, but we don't get Zubimendi though,
Right.
do we?
No. 25 million at that. 25 million at that time. At
For
that
who?
time. And plus, who that same summer, that same summer, we were linked with Tillemans. Did we get him? No. Who else did we get that?
We didn't want him now.
Have some in that position.
We had the opportunity to get Tielemans on a free.
Rice, sorry.
Tielemans was available on a free.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
that.
but we didn't want him.
25 million gets it done. But as usual, and then we changed to Douglas Luiz. And then in the end, we didn't end up getting anyone in that position that summer. And then next summer,
And then we ended up getting who you wanted, Zubimendi.
I wanted Zubimendi. When we were linked, ever since we were linked with him, from January 2023 onwards, was when I watched him closely, and I watched more of Real Sociedad. And I said, yes, that's the guy you need. He's like a Rodri, Xabi Alonso. Reminds me of that.
Rory,
Who did we end up getting instead? Moreno.
Yes, because we've been through this so many times. It helps my head.
Yeah, okay. then what did we win? Okay, what did we win all that time?
Yes, but Zubimendi didn't want to come.
Rory,
I told you about this before. No. Why did he not want to come?
He didn't want to come because he wanted to stay in Spain. He
Why?
When did
that deal?
I want to stay in Spain for one additional season. No. It was all out there, bro.
No. Earlier in the summer, if we had done the deal then, he would have come.
He didn't want to come, just like Sheffield.
No. The deal for Liverpool came very late in the window, and then he'd already decided his mind. But a few weeks later, Zubimendi said, I made the wrong decision. But Liverpool called their interest. So that gave us the time to get in there and take it. Lost him. We could have lost Zubimendi if that deal had come earlier. He would have gone to Liverpool.
Yeah,
we would have lost him.
You had it planned in the thing.
You can't lose what's not yours, though.
What do you mean?
Every single credible
Spanish
journalist and Arsenal journalist, I'm just going to keep talking. Every single Arsenal journalist and Spanish journalist that I can think of is basically saying that Arsenal pivoted from Zubimendi to Moreno when they realised the Zubimendi deal couldn't be done. However, they were working on a Zubimendi deal at the time, and that is why the deal was done for Zubimendi officially under Berta, but before that. In terms of Basuma, though, really quickly, Basuma was like,
at the time.
well, if you listen, I might actually help make your case. So pipe down. Right. So Basuma was a 25 and was playing very well at Brighton at the time. Now, Arsenal didn't move for him at the point that Tottenham did, and that's why he went to Tottenham, because at the time we had something like 6 or 7 players in that position. We were trying to offload players, and therefore we had other priority areas at a time when we had holes all over the club. What I would say is thank God we didn't sign Basuma, because honestly, I don't think he has done anything good for Spurs at all. He has
been horrible for them, man.
He's been rubbish.
He hasn't been great for them. I will. He hasn't been great for them. I will.
He's been a major.
He hasn't been great. He hasn't been great for them at all. Fair enough, but it doesn't. The thing is, these things don't necessarily prove your point.
No, he would have come in and had a better manager, and therefore he might have played better.
Don't forget, under Ange, in that first 6 months, he was literally unplayable.
He had a spell.
He wasn't better than what we had, though.
Sorry?
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't better than what we had, though.
For sure.
He wasn't playing.
What we had part?
We had Partey, man.
Oh no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't better than those two. But
yeah,
those two, he weren't better than. No.
We've got another question, Seb. Would you take Garnacho? Because him and Neto are identical.
Scrub.
No. Yeah, but Garnacho was bang average at Man United.
But he was
hit and miss.
Garnacho was average and Neto was not.
He did more than Neto.
No, I wouldn't take. No, not Garnacho. No.
I still think Garnacho did more than what Neto did at Wolves. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, Garnacho. Yeah. Don't want him. No.
Okay, cool. We'll move on to the Brentford game anyway. obviously that's a huge game considering the circumstances. We'll just go quickly around the panel because I do have to wrap this up soon. Seb, I know it's absolutely massive, crucial that we get 3 points here, because if we do, then I think that could be definitely a statement for me, because Brentford have been unbelievable this season. So we're still going into this game, sir.
Okay, well, Brentford away is never an easy game. However, we do have a very good record there. We've won the last four. We've won the last 4 visits there, so we actually have a very good record there. And they've got one of their main players suspended. And the thing is,
who? Sorry, who? Who's suspended for them?
one of their main players,
Sharda.
Yeah,
Oh, Sharda. Okay, yeah. Cheers.
Yeah, the red card against Aston Villa.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
Okay, and the thing is, fair play to them, because me and I'm sure a lot of other fans, especially with the players they were losing, and their score was literally getting ripped to pieces, and I actually predicted them to go down. And fair play to them. I think they're above Liverpool in the table.
They're just below them on goal difference.
Oh wow! So they've been quite impressive. The thing with them is they coach very well and they recruit very well. So fair play to them. And yeah, we're going to have to be on our game, because it is never an easy place to go. And if you're not on your game, you will get caught. And we have to again go full strong for this, because we've got Wigan on Sunday at the weekend where you can rest players, and we last played on Saturday. So go with a full team, because we need these points, especially after City have played. And regardless of whether they've dropped points or not, we have to go there and win. Every game's a must win. And if you want to win titles, then these are the type of grounds you've got to go to and get the win. But yeah, it's a very important game. It won't be easy, but do I fancy us to get the win? Yes, I do. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, but the team has got to be on their game. And again, I don't think Brentford will sit back. I reckon they will come and play a little bit. So maybe it will open up a little bit of space. For Havertz if he does start to feed Gyokeres. And now Gyokeres, as well as he's done, and I still back him, you've got to now do it in these next few games. These are the games we've got to do before we can really, really start saying, yes, you found your feet now. You're going to be the man to hopefully lead us to the glory. These are now the games where we have to see it, because if you think about it, the games that he has scored in have been against the newly promoted clubs. 3 against Leeds, 1 against Sunderland, and no, is it 1 or 2? 2 against Sunderland, and one against Burnley. So, and fair enough, you still have to do it in these games.
Yeah.
But now you've got.
He's still done against Chelsea and Milan.
Madrid, he scored a brace.
Yeah, but in the Prem, I'm talking about.
So did you know what I heard? I said that Gyokeres is a championship striker.
I don't quite agree with
No,
that.
18.
No. There is against the likes of newly promoted teams.
I agree with that. Yeah. But,
18, what's your boy Sesko then? What's your boy Sesko then?
No.
I'm actually like cracking a joke. That someone was saying that Gyokeres was scoring against Sunderland and whatnot. That is a championship striker. That's just a joke.
Oh.
I know he's elite.
Let's go championship striker to you.
No, he hasn't played them yet. Now, come on. Go ahead.
Correct a fact from earlier. It's actually Liverpool are ahead of Brentford on goals scored, not goal difference.
Oh wow!
Goal difference is the same. I looked it up because
that's embarrassing for them, considering they were title favourites and Brentford were tipped. That is embarrassing for Liverpool and good.
Yes, did you see your lineup, by the way?
Line up. I'll go pretty familiar with how we left off against Sunderland. So that's Rare in goal, right back. See, I would have started Ben White against Sunderland because Ben White will definitely play against Wigan.
Yeah.
No, I'll probably stick with Timber for this, and then rest him for weekend and probably rest.
Would you start Calafiori for this one?
Yes.
Would you bring him up?
Yes. Yeah, start Calafiori at left back. Calafiori left back, Saliba, Gabriel. keep the midfield trio how it is. Zubimendi, Rice, and Havertz. But front three, well, Trossard, I highly doubt will be playing. So we're going to have to go Madueke, Martinelli, and Gyokeres. We're going to have to go with that. But
So you would start Martinelli ahead of Trossard for this one?
Trossard is injured. He got taken off. against.
Is
I
he
highly
not
doubt. We don't know yet. We haven't heard from the club. The severity of the injury. It looks like It looks like it's a calf strain, but
otherwise, we just start
I
Trossard.
wouldn't risk it. Don't risk it. Just play Martinelli and your boys. Just play them. But what I want to see Arteta doing is if in that game we do go 2 or 3 up, I want him to take Rice or Zubimendi off, and I want Norgard on. We need to protect those two players.
I was considering starting Norgard, because it's old club.
Yes, but we do have a game against Wigan and we do have a game against Wolves. So those are 2 games.
But at the same time, if they get injured,
those are the games. If we didn't have those games coming up, I would have said start Norgard. And against Sunderland, I would have definitely started Ben White. I just felt it was too.
Yeah, I would have too.
But because of the games we've got coming up, the next two, I feel you can afford to make some changes. Well, against Tottenham, you can't. You can't. And if it was another league game that same weekend that we played today, I would have said to play Norgard. But just looking at the fixture list, but I do want him to take him off around 60 minutes, especially if we're winning the game. Take him off because I didn't like seeing Rice and Zubimendi stay on that pitch when we were 2 up against Sunderland. And I was moaning the other week when we were at Leeds 3-0. Why did they both stay on? Take them off and give Norgard a go. This is it. But yeah,
what about
sorry?
Yeah, what about you, Josh?
Overall thoughts, I feel like, as Seb said, they're having a great season. They surprised a lot of people. Obviously, losing Thomas Frank, losing Mbeumo, losing Wizard as well. You're thinking, maybe they'll be fit for flipping relegation battle, but they've surprised so many people. I think they're like 4 points behind Chelsea as well. And 5th place could be a Champions League place, most likely. So they could be pushing for some sort of European football. They see this Finn Brentford again every single season, getting the best out of their strikers as well. I mean, you look at Igor Thiago this season; he's scoring goals for fun. But I watched them fully when they played against Villa at Villa Park, and they signed 10 men, and they proved that they can defend really well. They, especially up against Villa's attack, and I think they had flipping 28 shots or something, but Brentford they held on, and they definitely proved that they can, be well-organized team. I think that's what Keith Andrews will do against us. It wouldn't surprise me if they do sit back, but you are right, Seb, that, they are at home, so they could have a go. And it's one of these tricky away grounds. I think the only time they beat us was on their first game ever in the Premier League.
Yes. After that, we've won all the games since. Yes.
The 2-0.
And that was massively affected by COVID as well, wasn't it, from our point of
we had so many players.
Yeah, we had Aubameyang and Lacazette were out because of COVID.
We had to start Balogun, didn't we?
We did. Yeah. And it was their first ever game in the Premier League. It was a Friday night.
Yeah.
I mean, the footballing gods were not kind.
It was set up.
And we actually requested to postpone that. Then they said no, don't think about it.
They were never going to postpone the first game of the Premier League season.
I know.
I mean, they should have. And I'm not just saying it from an Arsenal perspective. They should have. I mean, that was, But equally, the rules are quite clear that we could still field a side and therefore had to.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a very, very tough game. Having said that, I just feel we got to do the job, which is simple as that, and as someone said in the chat, don't underestimate them. Don't act complacent against them. Just do our thing, really, because I do think we will have too much for them overall. But we have to have the mentality going to a tricky away ground under the lights as well Thursday evening. So they're going to be up for it for sure. But I do think we'll win. Line up wise for me, I think obviously Reyes in goal, back four, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. I'd actually start Nkapie for this one.
Yeah,
As I said a bit earlier on, Cala for me still looks a bit rusty for coming back from his injury. I don't think it was 100% yet. Nkapie was absolutely top class against Chelsea, and I think he deserves to start this one personally. Give
Can play Calafiori against Wigan, to be fair. So
yeah, exactly.
That's what
I don't think he's just fully there yet to do with his injury, but Nkapie can definitely step up a left back, and then midfield three. I like the idea of Norgard actually. I don't think that'd be the. I mean, if he's in the team, I wouldn't mind it whatsoever. But again, I think looking at Arteta, I think he's going to stick to what's been working with Rice, Subi, and Havertz as well. I think Havertz for this one's got to remain there. And then the front three. The front three, as I said, I'd end it the way I'll start how we ended the game against Sunderland. Martinelli out on the right. If Trossard is available, him on the left. Gyokeres down the middle. If Trossard ain't available, I'll still go Martinelli on the right, and I wouldn't mind maybe Eze on the left, and then Havertz in the midfield. So yeah, that's my team there.
What about you, AT, bro?
Yeah, so basically, I'm just looking at the press conference that Arteta had before we played Kairat, after we lost to Man U. There's some key words he said there about how, we're going to play with courage and enjoy the next 4 months. And since then, our performances have kind of changed a bit. Yes, we beat Leeds convincingly, won Chelsea, won Sunderland. But the game against Brentford, we have to be very careful to really focus on that game, because trust me, the narrative going into that game will be that we'll probably be 3 points ahead of Man City. So Arteta needs to really get into the heads of his lads just to focus on the game itself, because if Arsenal plays against Brentford, we are good enough to win. But at the same time, Brentford has done amazing. Losing Mbeumo, losing Wissa, losing Norgard, losing Thomas Frank, and they're in 7th place, level on points with Liverpool. That's a testament of how well they've been doing. And of course, Thiago, yes, I know he's a penalty merchant and whatnot, but he's scoring all the key goals for them. So going into this game, I'll have Raya in goal. I'll do Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and Nkapie. Calafiori right now needs to just get into speed, and I'm happy that we have Wigan in the weekend, so he can cook against Wigan for all I care. But this game, I'll need Nkapie, right? In midfield, I'll do Zubimendi, Rice, and Kai Havertz. That's currently working. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Even if Odegaard passes a fitness test, let him stay on the bench. Then in attack, I'll do Madueke, Eze, and Gyokeres. I want Martinelli to just be a weapon that we can use in the second half if we need to use him. Let Madueke come make a nuisance of the fullbacks, then Martinelli can take his place later on. So even if you just 1-0, 2-0, I don't care. But I believe we have what it takes to win Brentford. As Seb rightly said, we've won our last 4 games there. Yeah. But we are beating Man U in our last 9 games at the Emirates before they came and surprised us. So we need to be very careful, and I think we have enough to get a victory in that game.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
You mean me?
Man said, yeah. He thought it was him.
So I'm going Raya in goal. I think it depends on where Timber's at, because obviously we're managing his fitness quite carefully at the moment. If Timber's fit, I play Timber in this one, but I've no issue at all if Ben White comes in. So obviously Saliba and Gabriel, and then I'm with Josh. It's Nkapie at left back for me for the same reasons. Calafiori working his way back. He can play against Wigan for sure. And Nkapie was very good against Chelsea. There were a few moments where he wasn't as close and tight to Delap, and it gave Delap a few seconds to get comfortable on the ball, but thankfully he's shit. So Nkapie was able to comfortably deal with Rory Delap. Then it's Rice and Zubimendi midfield, but I agree with Seb. Yeah, I meant Liam Delap, sorry. Rory Delap, show me out. Yeah, launching it in. I did mean Liam Delap. But I'm with Seb. I think if that game is 2-0 up, I'd like to see Rice and Zubi come off, or one of them come off at least. I would have done the same against Sunderland. And then it's Havertz. And then I'm going to assume Trossard is out. I think even if it's a minor injury and he's available, I don't want to see him risked. So leave him out. I'd go Eze on the left. And I would start Madueke on the right, because I think Martinelli is doing so well off the bench in that role at the moment. Madueke very hit and miss. You know, when he's good, you know, he's able to take a man on, etc., etc. Quite exciting. That could be quite crucial. But obviously, he's got to get that end product up, and then it's Gyokeres up front. And I think I said Havertz in the 10, but if not, it's just who I was playing there. But Martinelli, I think he's so good off the bench as well. I'd play him from.
Yeah, just before we do wrap up, actually, I wanted to save this question until the end of the stream, actually, when we do speak on Brentford. But we've got a question here from Michael. Do you guys like the midweek games?
What, for Premier League?
For Premier League?
Yeah, Premier League, yeah.
Not really, to be fair.
Premier League, it's in general, to be honest. But let's base it on the Premier League.
A few from time to time, yeah. Yeah, I like a few from time to time under the lights.
Because there's always games at the weekend, though.
You're always gonna every season. You're always gonna have games midweek. That's
It's something like you're playing in Champions League or you're going to play a Premier League midweek game. I think it's the same vibe.
I'd rather play him at home than away, though.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Yeah.
I mean, I think they are more difficult. They're more difficult playing away midweek, I think, because you've got the atmosphere. The atmosphere for some reason is better. You're under the lights. I don't know what it is about it, but the atmosphere is definitely better and harder. And Brentford away, as everyone said, is going to be a tricky game. I think it's more tricky because it's under the lights.
Exactly.
And we go second because Arsenal, I don't think will be overly worried about what City are doing. They'll be focused on themselves, but it will ramp up the outside noise for sure. And that can seep into the fans more than the players. So this is going to be a tough one for sure.
Yeah. There is something about under the light games. I remember a few years ago we played Luton Town. That was a 4-3 game. That was like what that was like Tuesday, wasn't it? Tuesday evening under the lights against Luton, and we was all thinking, it should be all right, and then crazy game.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, Mrs. Mackay at number 43, she did have to ask them to keep the noise down because it was past 10 o'clock by the end. Go in, don't know that stadium.
That stadium's mad, bro. That stadium's mad.
It's 10 o'clock. Keep the noise down.
We've got another question. Would you let Calafiori model the next training camp?
That kit looks banning, by the way, bro. I hope that's actually our kit. That kit looks beautiful.
I need this in my life, man.
Could you imagine the Premier League golden logo?
That would be dope, man. That would be dope.
It's similar to it's identical to the one we had in 2019-20, right?
What? Wait, put it on the screen again.
The third kit, we had a blue and yellow, right? Yeah, that's similar to the one we had.
Yeah, we bought it from IKEA.
No, not the Bruce
2019.
The third kit, the 2019-20.
Wait, was it the one we
we lost to Brentford in
with AT?
No.
He's got
the one in the background.
Yeah, Lacazette. He's got Lacazette in the background. That one. Pepe's first season. I remember him against Liverpool.
That one. Yeah, that one.
Wait, what's that?
Lacanigma.
Yes, AT. Oh, he's gone.
Oh my days! But yeah, guys, on that bombshell, we are going to wrap up because it is quite late. I thought, to be fair, it's been a chill stream today. I mean, until the Pedro Neto nonsense, but it's been actually a quite chill stream, really. There's not really much you can do. You what?
You're also doing well, but it's going to be chilled.
Seb mentioned Mourinho yet, so that's all good.
Yeah, great. Josh.
Here we go again. Another hour.
But yeah, we do have to wrap up. Seb, just remind us.
You would have won that title by now. You would have definitely have done.
Oh my god. Seb, any articles?
Yes, I've got one
on Jose Mourinho.
I will write that one day. I will. But it's just on the title race so far, and whether City's pressure will cause Arsenal problems, I just break it down. I explain it all.
What about you, Josh? Anything coming up this week?
Yeah. What's the day today?
What happened, guys? I have disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what happened? What happened, AT?
You disappeared quicker than Chelsea's season.
Oh, that was strange.
Yeah.
As you were saying, Josh.
I've got so Monday, so Tuesday tomorrow I got Brentford preview, and then Wednesday the game. Was it Thursday? It's Thursday, isn't it?
Okay.
Sorry, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday I'll be doing the game, and then FA Cup. Yeah, on Sunday.
Yeah, FA Cup.
Thanks for having me on though. And big up the panel as well, and big up the chat.
Yeah, it's been it's been great again. What, Dom?
Yes.
What?
What's the question?
I just said yeah.
What you up to in the next couple of days, man?
Oh, mate, trying to get out of this chair because my legs are gone to. I had to run hard tonight, I tell you. I have no idea. I've got a video out tomorrow, which I will record after this on something. But there'll be videos every day as usual. Brentford preview, obviously Thursday. But yeah, I mean, you know, looking forward to the rest of the season as always. Good evening tonight, and yeah, hopefully I'll be back next week, Rory. But yeah, I'll have videos out every day as usual. Just no idea what on yet.
And AT?
Well, as always, the grind continues. Football never stops. So since there's more football, there's more content for the man them. So I'll obviously work on the Brentford game, then talk about Wigan. But I'm thinking of doing a couple of streams in between, though. Like it's what I've been trying to do for a while now. I'm talking about the Arsenal's unbeaten squad. I was supposed to do that with Dom and someone else, but you know, we'll just keep cooking as we always do, bro. And of course, thanks for having me. And big ups to the panel. You guys rock.
AT, I need to get your hat, please. Wait.
Sure. We can work something out, bro.
Oh, and AT, I need to unbook myself for Sunday because I forgot I'm at the Wigan game.
Oh, you're going nice, man.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I'm sure Rory will be around to help us cook your
well, literally, I said to my wife, AT hasn't messaged me, so yeah, absolutely, I'll spend the evening with you. And literally 20 minutes later, he messaged me. I was like, I've made the promise to my wife, and I'd like to live.
I know, come on. Family above all, bro. Family above all.
Yeah.
Some fast five stubs.
Yeah, I'd like to live.
But yeah, like in terms of what's coming up on my channel, obviously tomorrow there's actually going to be a show with me and Tony, just to make up for tonight, really, because I wanted him to come on tonight badly. So what?
Is it fireworks night?
Nah, he was busy apparently. But we'll be getting him on tomorrow.
No, I meant tomorrow. Is it fireworks night?
Is it?
Well, it will be if it's you and Tony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. There'll be a match reaction for the Brentford game, as well as the weekend where we play FA Cup right at the weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Which
in my head is still
Yeah.
Saturday. That's why I keep forgetting it's Sunday.
Wait, I don't see any other big teams in the FA Cup. Just Man City, right? Did Liverpool in the FA Cup?
You said big teams.
Okay, I know they are playing Salford, right?
Yeah. Newcastle got Villa, so one of them will go out.
Oh yeah. Villa and Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I love that. It's one of them will go from there, which is good.
Chelsea are still in. They've got Hull.
Chelsea got Hull, yeah. Chelsea got Hull.
Okay.
Liverpool still in.
Liverpool have got Brighton.
Oh, Liverpool has Brighton.
Liverpool,
So
Brighton.
Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City,
Who's
Villa or Newcastle, right?
Yeah.
Who's the scum got?
What?
They're having their outs.
They're out.
They're out.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, I'm not bombshell. Subscribe to the channel if you
Thomas
haven't already.
Engine took him out. Sent him down the siding.
But yeah, guys, we are going to wrap up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Run the likes up on your way out. Big up to Michael for the raid earlier, by the way. Bless up my bro each and every time. And yeah, we'll catch you for the next one, which is, of course, next Monday as usual, as well as I said, show tomorrow with Tony. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one in a bit, guys.